red zone in football, and it's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into these short yardage situations around the goal line, he finds a way to get in, but it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him, and he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
2nd and 3 now. They go to Barkley again. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
First down, Eagles.
Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials.
False start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump. And, well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Running it after the penalty. This is a nice gain. It's stopped at the 47. They pick up 7 on the ground. That brings up 2nd and 8. From the 47. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he's across midfield into Patriots territory. Chance to the chains here on 34. Hurts now from the gun. Someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Christian Gonzalez has it. And the Patriots will take over as he records his first interception of our season. What an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First half, well, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
So now it's the Patriots' turn to head out for the first time on offense. And it's their 5th-year quarterback leading the charge.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite, the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle. Anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. They'll come up 1st and 10. From midfield now. He's got it, and that's wrong. And they make the tackle on the 38. All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
It's his running back.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. That was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
He throws a bullet to the center of the field. First time this game they've looked to him. And that brings up 4th and long.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that one is going to get them on the scoreboard.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now for the 2nd time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. They threw the interception on their opening drive, Brock, but that's right from their memory as they head back out now.
Yeah, it's got to be, right? When you throw that pick early, you've got to flush holding that offense on the other side to just a field goal and giving this offense now some hope as they take the field again.
Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Trying again, following the set. Look at the sideline, that's Goddard. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out. We're going to get a second look at this. Gerard Mayo disagreeing with the call.
Previous play is under review.
So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a third one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
And a fair catch made here at the 17. No return on that punt. And the Patriots will be backed up pretty deep to start the drive. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, or it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. They will shorten the pocket and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
It's a pickup on 11. And the Patriots will have a first down. Another carry for him. And that's good for a gain of 5. It was Reed Blankenship making the stop. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing now, off play action. Sheds out the rusher. Puts some power on it deep one left. He doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up third down. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Looking to the air here. He completes it in traffic. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Pass play now. Pass taken in by Diggs. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. That's a New England first down. Here's a give up the middle. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door. Bigger gap in the future.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. So now here's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. back him up and bring up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense. It's a sack on the board. One of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Eagles about set to go on offense. Things sure started out rough. They've stayed that way through 2 drives. Maybe drive number 3 here is where we see this offense get rolling. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Marcus Jones ranging over for the stop. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 27. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. That pushes them back. Third down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of 1. Our score, 6-0. More from Gillette Stadium in just a minute. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking at third and very long. Back to throw, Hurts. Still on his feet. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they're staring at fourth and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Jukes one defender. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And the Pats will take over. Here's New England ready once again on offense. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Dunpop caught by his back.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this one does not go far. He gets them the yard back, but still behind the sticks. Upcoming third and 11. They give it to him again. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Give him only 3, and that brings up fourth down and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
So Rigoberto Sanchez, the man who will send this flying on fourth down. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And the Eagles will take possession. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And come off 3 and out, Brock. They really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. On first down, Hurts. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He probably looks like a quarterback, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys got a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like the DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
His foray up the middle, and that's about 3. Tackle made by Jawan Bentley. Let's see what they draw up with 3rd and 7.
get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. Officially a 55-yard loss. And it'll be their football. The New England offense running out now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Short pass brought in. Get out of bounds after a small gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusting tight end.
Competition holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
You know what they say about assuming? Well, it's the same way on a football field. You can never assume. If you stop assuming that first sacker's going to get to the quarterback, well, you could run yourself right into trouble. This defense didn't. They didn't take a break. They finally get him to the ground.
And they'll get him down after he gets up to the 48. So 3rd and 16, no problem for us. They get the first.
You know, Kit, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
To throw it on 1st down. Complete out to the right. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the first.
At the 36-yard line.
Malone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Here's 2nd and 7. Dumps it off to his running back. Another gain up by a handful there. Cooper to Gene with the stop.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game. That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Throwing off the play fake here. Oh, he got free. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Ball there to haul it in. And he's tackled for a short gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball. You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You trade a little bit of speed, sure. But you sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
On the move, hit it right. He's running for it. Takes out a 1-stop. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
1st down throwing for Hurts. Completes this one to Jahan Johnson. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Searches from the pocket. That pass complete to Goddard. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. motion. Hurts now from the gun. He's got Devontae Smith. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
Devontae Smith. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Eagles.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Gillette. The Eagles trailing in the early going. He brings the offense up now for 1st and 10. Hurts throwing again. Able to get it to Barkley. Runs it in for the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles tie it in the final minute of the half. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles take the lead on that successful kick.
Patriots 6.
Butker on now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Patriots running their offense out there. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. 1st and 10, they're going to throw. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. The Patriots have their punting unit out. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. Broke through the tackle. Called that a booming 56 yards in the end. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time in a long field ahead. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Hurts. Falls to the ground now left. Incomplete. He's looking for Dallas Goedert there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. They'll send him over right. Barkley gets it on 3rd down. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. Daniel Whelan on the punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Patriot offense making their return to the field. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Patriots trying to hustle everyone up to the line. Avoids the sack. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
I love throwing my 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Throwing now on 1st down. It's his running back. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Now the Patriots calling their third and final timeout. Third and long for him here. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Has the direction, but not the distance. It falls just short. And they fail to claim that lead. They're still down by a point.
You know, we get on that field in pregame, and these kickers make it look so easy. But in real action, it's a totally different animal. That was definitely online. Just didn't quite get all of it. It's going to wind up just a few feet short.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push their lead to 4.
When you talk to kickers about kicking field goals at this length, they will tell you, Kate, you got to keep it a little lower and you got to drive it. But you still got to be accurate. Basically, all the pieces got to come together like they just did to hit from that distance.
30-yard line.
Looking to throw. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down. So as we reach halftime, we see the visiting Eagles taking a lead into the break. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And it's the home side who have the lead as they play the second quarter. Brian Robinson, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. From there, we stay in the AFC East. We head to Buffalo to see what's happening with the Bills. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. Wan'Dale Robinson, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Baker Mayfield with 3 touchdown passes. Here, it was the always dangerous Saquon Barkley with the impressive first half. He was targeted often in the passing game in those first 2 quarters, finishing with 5 catches and a touchdown as well.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Patriots offense out there to start this third quarter. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. That pass complete to Moss. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Has him on the quick hitter. Just the defender. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain, turning it into an explosive play.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Brought in right side. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Sidney Brown in on that stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
At the 37-yard line.
Takes the handoff, now to throw. Pass taken in by Diggs. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. to throw it. Caught by Diggs. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Check go.
Throwing from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. He's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. On gain 7. And the Patriots will have a first down.
Let's go. Let's go.
From the red zone now. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face second down.
On the coverage.
Now it's a bootleg for him. Finds his target, Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
A loss of 1.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, the big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Will Reichert now to try the field goal. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. Smith able to put it through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lower point.
Like the best kickers in this league, he's just keeping on with his job. That's a 3rd now. He's not through the uprights. 3 at a time's not going to get it done in this game, though. Eventually, they're going to start running him out for some PATs.
Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Goddard makes the catch. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Brought down by the veteran Carlton Davis. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Hurts setting up to throw. Gives him on the out route. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Barkley's got it. And he gets him around 6 there. Ashton Barmore with the play.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
He's going to go down right along midfield stripe. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. He's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Hurts throwing again. It's Johnson on the catch. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's got Smith. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. And the 1st down pass, set away by a defender, incomplete. kick the running back in motion. On third down, it's Hurts. He brings it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. I should know this by now, Rob. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his second touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles grow their lead to 8. Butker on down to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Patriots offense all set to go. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Short pass brought in. He picks up 15 on the play. That's a New England first down.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what. These tight ends of today, the way they can run and break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Here's the long back on the handoff. They get there to take him down right around the 41. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6.
From the 41. Finds him over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. So we're through 3 here. It's the Patriots with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. All right, set now, 1st and 10. They'll throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
On the coverage.
He's dropping back to throw. He's on the side, Rob, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. They're going to say he brought it in out of bounds. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that's a nice job by the defense, Kate, to actually use the 12th defender, and that is the sideline. That throw didn't give the receiver enough real estate to establish possession, and the defense understanding how to use the boundary. This is a case of just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, make it a hair closer in the box score.
Abdullah now to return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. 1st and 10 now from the 30. On second down, here's Barkley. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up doing it, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and wanting to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. They're going to run the option to the short side. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
On first down, Hurts. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Tough to blame him for that drop block, even if it would have been a touchdown. That was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping him from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. There's another carry for Barkley. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. That's that running back to come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
Is in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take an 11-point lead as they try to push this one out of reach. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles push the lead up to 12. Butker on now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. And look at this return. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Patriots headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
The pickup of 3 brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 38. He's there to bring it in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Sidney Brown makes the play. And the Eagles will take over as he records his first interception of our season. 3rd down from this distance, Brock. That is a spot you expect your offense to convert, but you also expect your defense to make the stop. This time, the defense won out with a nice interception.
Yeah, in that scenario, it's really like an outfielder in baseball, Kate, right? If you're going to go for it, as a defender, if you're going to just pull the trigger and you're going to go for it, you better make it happen, and you better get that pick. Otherwise, you're giving up a first down conversion. He gets the pick, and those defensive coaches and that defense celebrating on the sidelines.
44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Hurts the throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Option play, they get to Barkley. And he's able to get back to the line, but that is all. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. It's a gain of 4. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
A 4-yard pickup on
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First and 10. Here's Hurts. That pass complete to Goddard. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At the Patriots' 26-yard line.
Hurts. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's going to keep it this time. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
A gain of 14.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end. Only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway.
From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And this one doesn't go far.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. This one's caught. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles go up by 19. Butker on now to kick this one away. His return starts at the 5. He's stopped on a return at the 27. The offense headed back to the field. They're coming off their 1st interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That one's complete, right side. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 7.
2nd and 3. Moss hauls it in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Pass play coming here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They are throwing it again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle block, it's tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. That's cut beyond the marker. And they're going to be down close to the 35 as he goes out. Markers reset. Ball at the 37.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll throw it again. Finds the in route complete. And they hold him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. And they've got themselves another first and 10. Throwing it again here. This throw is caught. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're first to 3. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. This offense in position now. It's first and goal. He'll throw it yet again. Trying to set this up quick. Still sticking with the passing game. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Third down from the gun. And he makes the catch. Did he get both feet in? No. Oh, so close to 6. Incomplete. So we have a pause here. Inside 2 minutes. All reviews come from the booth.
Previous play is under review.
Oh, this one is really close, Brock. Did he establish possession and then get both feet down?
Yeah, maintaining possession while being a ballerina, not always easy. A lot to look at here, but I know he thinks he's got a touchdown.
So upon further review and a consultation from Game Day Central, the call overturned. Record there to tack on the extra point. And the Patriots shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the onside kick doesn't pan out. The Eagles make the recovery. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. First down, a run with Barkley. And he's brought down for a loss. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Barkley trying this up the gut. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. They go to Barkley again.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And, oh, just a hair too much on that kick. The punt lands in the end zone. This one's coming out to the 20. The Patriots are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line. One final shot here. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So the Eagles will fly out of here with their own win. And they can be proud of their exploits on the road and overall so far this season as they improve to 2-0. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners, as with that, we'll sign off from New England.